Ooh. What up? How you guys doing? I'm back. Another one.
If you're telling them you don't know your social security number, hold on. Why do you keep interrupting? That means you're lying. Stop.
On May 27th, 2023, officers were dispatched to a bank in response to a man attempting to commit fraud.
Oh.
Hi.
Where you going?
I'm gonna need you to wait a minute.
What is it?
Come in. Where you going? You got our money? What's in your hand?
Take your hand out your pocket for me.
Let's go.
Just wait a
Pull out the taser. You know what to do.
minute. Because we had a call
What's that?
Oh.
saying that you were trying to do some transactions and weren't using proper
We got a call. You was stealing. We came. And you're here.
information.
You're going
wasn't I
to
using
jail.
proper information?
Well, we're gonna figure this out.
All
right.
Here. I don't have nothing in my pockets.
Okay. Well, I don't want you to reach for anything.
Okay, that's fine.
All right. You don't have any weapons or anything
No,
on you.
I don't have no weapons.
All right.
I don't have
I'm just gonna pat you down, make sure.
Yeah,
Okay.
go ahead.
Can you
Okay.
put your hands on
Lady
top of your head
cop.
for me? Interlace your fingers.
Yeah, come on.
Yep. Thank you.
Oh.
Spread your feet.
Now they sounded the alarm. If you hear that, you in the bank. Just leave. Just leave.
For me.
Yeah.
I guess. Alright. So, years ago, I went to a bank. It was downtown. And I walked in. And nobody was there. That buzzer was on though. So did someone rob that bank? Ooh.
All right. Thank you. All right. So, what's your name?
Hector.
She has
Well,
my
don't
ID
reach
and
for anything.
everything.
Don't reach for anything.
I'm just getting like.
Nah, he hard-headed. You gotta pull out the taser just for him.
Oh,
Well, you don't. You
That's
well,
it.
when well,
Oh,
look,
I'm sorry.
look. When an officer tells you not to reach for something, you don't reach in your pockets. Okay?
Yeah. I'm
Pretty
sorry.
simple.
My bad.
Here's my money. Oh God. Stop looking down.
It's natural when you ask me for something to give you my
Well,
ID.
when you are told not to reach for something,
Right.
you don't reach.
Okay, I'm sorry. My apologies.
Reach.
So, what's your name?
David Gerber.
Davey?
David W. Gerber.
Like Davy Jones locker. Davy.
DURUBAS.
AS?
Yes.
What's your social?
Those guys got me all fucking frustrated, man.
He don't know that. I learned that at I think I was 12. 12, maybe 13.
Can I write it down? Am I allowed to do that? Can I write it down?
Can you just tell me?
Yeah, it's
Okay.
easier for me to write it down.
So
but
just tell me what it is.
I'm gonna stop pausing it.
can
I
please
got
write it?
you.
I just
I
like
got
it,
you.
and it's hard for me to put numbers in order. That's it. That's all I want to do is just so I can write it down, and it'll be much easier for me to.
Just tell me what it is.
I can't recall. Can I sit down? My back is hurting, please.
Yeah, sit down.
Thank you.
Oh God.
What's your birthday?
Not the back problems.
God, man.
What's your birthday?
7/31/58, man.
You still
All right.
gotta.
What's the social?
You still gotta go to work. If this trying to 31,000. It's kind of crazy. Why? Why? Why not take 100?
I'm trying to think, man.
Where do we live?
Not
I live in California.
3,100.
You live in California?
Yes.
But
yes.
31,000.
242
Oh,
West
hey,
Fair
officer.
Drive.
In California?
Yes, sir.
That's weird because you just gave that address that's on your ID from Colorado.
Ooh.
Oh.
So you got caught. You lied. Okay? No, listen to me. Okay? Because
You should have known. He said, I can't recall. I gotta write it down. Yeah. You can it's fake. You recall that?
everybody you gave these cashier checks to have been going to other branches to cash them. Okay?
Yeah, I gave him two?
Yes. So look.
Oh, you
They
didn't give him
spoke
to me.
to this actual David.
You didn't give him.
They spoke to
Must have
him.
my
He's in
money-
Colorado. He didn't
mailbox.
authorize any of this.
Nobody spoke with me.
So you need to tell us who you are. Okay?
Nobody
Yeah.
spoke
You
to me.
need to tell us who you are. Okay?
So he's not.
I'm
Because,
Nah,
telling you,
Davey.
because listen, it's kind of weird that, you say you live in California, but you give your address that's on your
Listen,
Colorado
I have
ID.
several houses.
With the exact same address?
No, but I
That's
said
weird.
California. It's Colorado.
So
I'm
what's your
sorry,
address in California? Because I'm going to verify it.
but-
I'm going to call that police department. Tell me what
Oh,
city.
God.
What city?
Yeah, what city?
It's Springfield, but
Springfield, California?
yeah, it's.
What's the address?
I don't.
So you
listen,
just own houses that you don't know the address of?
It's an Airbnb actually, and it's.
So you rent an Airbnb?
Yes.
Okay, so what is the address?
I can look stuff up for you.
I want the
don't.
address.
I don't know the stuff off the top
Because
of
I'm
my
going to
head.
call the owner of that
That's-
Airbnb.
That's fine. But I have
Where's your cell phone?
my cell phone's in my pocket.
Pull your
Yo.
cell phone out. Open your Airbnb account.
Oh, God.
So you don't actually live in California, then?
No, I live in Colorado.
So why would you give the address for Colorado and California when you know it's an Airbnb?
Because you guys have me flustered, sir.
Have you flustered because you're stealing somebody's money?
You have me
Do
flustered.
you
Yeah.
think banks are dumb?
Yeah.
I would hope not, because my money's in there.
Your
Or somebody
money.
else's money that you're taking?
I would hope they're not done. You know?
How'd you get here today?
I got a ride, got dropped off.
So where are you staying
By
in
who?
Akron?
I'm not staying in Akron,
Where are you staying? In Ohio. Why are you in Ohio?
because I just came to Ohio
Ah, that's
to
Ohio.
visit my sister
Where's your sister?
Nah, I
live?
know.
over in Avon.
In Avon. So
I've
what are you
been
doing in
seeing
Akron? Why would you come to the
Axon
U.S. Bank in Akron? There's
forever.
there's U.S. banks all over the
There
country.
is U.S. banks all over.
So why'd you choose Akron?
Because this is where he was driving, and this is where I.
Cause
So you
that's just,
decided to come almost an hour
no offense, but that's the scamming capital of the U.S. Axon.
to go to the bank.
No, not necessarily. It's not. I didn't come here just to go to the bank.
So who drove you here?
Oh,
I don't know who.
So you ran him.
he just wanted all blue bins.
You got in the car with the
Benjamin.
guy.
No, it's not a random guy either. It's
What's his
John.
name?
John.
Stop.
I don't remember.
Is that worker watching him struggle with these words? He's struggling. He need help.
Listen,
Okay, so a random guy that you don't know, because I know all my friends' last names.
Especially when I get in a car with them.
I think I do. I'm trying to think. Maybe one, maybe two.
well, it's,
And you came an hour to go to the bank.
no, we can't.
Nah, I know everything. I'm very smart.
I'm an hour to go shopping. But
Where? Where are you going shopping?
all over the place. We went to a few different places.
Please tell me where you're shopping in Akron.
At your mom's
We
house.
went to this. It was like a little thrift store over down the way. But
Where at?
I wasn't driving, so I don't know.
Where are your bags?
What do you mean, where are my bags?
The shit that you bought.
And I left it in the car. They
Where's
shut
Tom?
me off. They dropped
the
me
car?
off.
Where did he
Told
go?
you. I don't know. He's probably waiting for me.
What kind of car does he drive?
A Nissan
Nissan what?
Altima.
Well, there's no cars in the parking lot other than our police
He
cars.
was over there, sir.
What's your sister's name?
Ooh.
Jenny?
Jenny? What's her last name?
He had to think about that.
Same as yours?
Yes.
What's her phone number?
My phone's dead. If I had it, I would give you all that. I just tried putting it on.
So if I call the Littleton, Colorado Police Department, and I have them drive out to this address,
No, don't.
there's not
Don't
going
have
to be
him
another
do
mail
that.
with this exact same ID and same name, is there?
No.
I sure would hope not. I would definitely hope not. I mean, 'cause if there was somebody there with my ID, then there's
So let me
an
ask
issue.
you this. Why'd you pull out a bunch of cashier's checks and cash and stuff yesterday and then come out and try and pull out a bunch of cash today? Do you have bank cards?
I didn't pull out a bunch.
Do you have bank cards?
Yeah, I have my other bank card here.
Okay, so why are you continually...
It's
So
not my
what?
other bank because this bank's not around here.
Because I want those blue Benjamins. Officer, sir.
Okay, so you come to U.S. Bank. From Avon, you come down to Akron to U.S. Bank. Okay? You don't choose the U.S. Bank downtown. You don't choose the U.S. Bank anywhere else. Hang on a second, okay? We ask you for your address. You give us this address, but say it's in California, and this is a Colorado ID. Then you proceed to tell me you have multiple houses. So I tell you to tell me the address in California. Hold on, I'm not done yet. So I can look that up and have the police department in that town in California, which is Springfield. That's all you told me, because weird, Springfield's 250 feet down the road, Springfield, Ohio, and then you proceed to tell me it's an Airbnb. I tell you to pull your phone out to show me the Airbnb account so I can confirm that. Conveniently, your phone's dead. You pull a bunch of cashier checks.
Unfortunately.
Your cashier checks end up with people with California IDs being cashed at different U.S. banks. You know all these banks talk, correct? U.S. Bank talks to a male who in Colorado with this same name that says, no, that is my bank account.
Talk to me.
No, I am not doing
Send me a check. Not that big.
And
Like, couple hundred.
well, how am I supposed to? I lost an ID about I don't know a year or two ago too. So they possibly could have my ID. I don't understand.
And you're a grown male who doesn't know his social.
So you lost an ID how long ago?
It was a couple of years ago or so.
Was it? Because this was issued on 12/5 of 19. When you get issued a new one,
years ago, I don't.
a couple years ago would be 2 years ago,
Right,
so
I'm just-
21.
Nah, you got a warrant?
A couple. It was a while
Come
ago.
on, guy.
I
You
don't
fucking
know.
know
Like
everything.
the exact date.
Do you see how your story is making absolutely no sense? Did you say he doesn't
I
have
see.
social?
Yes.
So he's lying.
You know, if I asked her if I could write my social down, she won't let me.
Well, you got to remember it by. Do you have any other forms of ID? in your
Yeah.
wallet?
You're like,
I had.
dude, you're 40. You should remember that. Nah, honestly, cops should remember the Miranda rights. But, you know, they got a card. And SSI, we got a card. But I remember the numbers.
It's my bank card.
Let me see.
Oh, God.
Do you have any
No.
health care cards?
If you don't know your social security, you're lying.
Yes, I can-
Hold on, look at me.
Yeah.
Look at me.
That's
I
what
I've been
I
doing this
said.
27 years.
You have-
Every adult male I've ever talked to that said they don't know their social security
Yeah. Listen to him.
number is lying. That's my history. And then, hold on, that's a known fact. So if you're telling them you don't know your social security number, hold on, why do you keep interrupting? That means you're lying.
14 of them.
Stop.
Colorado.
That's not a Colorado zip code or
You
social
fucking
security.
lie.
So
Let's try again.
here's the other weird thing. Hold on. Here's the other weird thing. You were in this bank yesterday.
That's in Ohio's social
Yeah.
security.
So you're staying in Avon, and you guys decided to come all the way down from Avon, where there's
Wait.
multiple shopping places up there.
There's a certain social for certain states. Wow.
There, in
didn't know
Cleveland,
that.
everywhere. You guys decided Akron, Ohio was the place you were going to go.
I think he's lying. He a lie. Cops are a lie. Don't believe him.
An hour.
I don't know.
To a thrift store.
No, that was one of the places we went to.
But now he's got a friend here. I thought you guys came here to shop.
We did. He visits. We came twice. We were here. Actually, this is the third time we were.
Homie sound like he just needed
If you're
some
shopping, why are
tweak.
your hands so dirty?
Just a little. Ooh.
I mean, look,
Why my hands are dirty?
Yeah.
what did you pull cashier's checks for yesterday?
14.
To pay a
Go ahead.
contractor.
To pay a contractor? What was you
David
giving a
Service
contractor
is
for?
negative. Expired driver.
it was being done
That
to,
Soch does come
where's
back
this
to him.
house?
Do you need his alarm or
I told you.
anything?
If I can look it up, I'll tell you.
This makes
Yeah,
no
would you
sense.
please listen?
You don't know.
Colorado.
I don't understand why.
U.S. Bank is a
Tim,
national
Right.
branch,
Right.
but you are specifically choosing this branch.
Not necessarily just branch.
But you were here yesterday.
Right.
This is the part I don't understand.
Shut
You were here yesterday.
Yeah, he got some money yesterday, so he came back today. Greedy ass. Like, he probably cashed that first one, but this one, no.
You pulled a bunch of cashier's checks, okay? What contracting company are you using? Because I'm going to call them.
If I had my number, I'd give you their phone number.
So you have no idea the name of the contracting company you're using that you're giving thousands of dollars to.
His name is Roger Cooley.
So some random man.
No, he does. He travels all around the
I'm
country
not
and does
showing
different
anything out of Colorado.
So he travels all around the country and does different houses.
Go ahead.
Ooh.
Just
Yes.
residential
You got a
houses.
He's
warrant?
a 64-year-old male, 6 foot, 170, brown and brown.
6 foot,
current license
Avon, he
from
says.
1967.
There's Hudson. There's
Copy,
Rockford,
thank you.
there's Aurora. There are any number of U.S. banks that are way closer.
Well, I
Isn't
can
it
tell
crazy?
you, David, he's a 64-year-old male who's 6 foot, 170 pounds.
Do me a favor, stand up and put your hands behind your back. Stand up and put your hands
Jail.
up.
Jail.
You're not 6 foot.
Huh?
I'm 5'7".
Yeah. How you lying? Alright. I ain't gonna lie. How many of y'all have lied to the DMV, given an extra inch of height?
What's that have to do with anything?
I know the short kings have done this.
July, as usual. Like I told you. So why don't you stop your thing and tell us your real name and ID?
6'1".
Tell us who you really are.
Where?
Because we don't really care. We just want to do our job.
Tell us who you really are. We're just going to
I'm
send you as
fine.
a John Doe, and that'll be a lot worse for you.
That's fine. What do you have to do?
Okay, we will.
Yeah, tell us your name.
You'll stay all weekend. And Monday's a holiday, so you won't get out till Tuesday.
Damn. Of course. It's always a holiday when you go to jail. Homie
You got
looking at,
stupid ass warrants.
he thinking of the money he could have got, but he didn't. Sorry.
Worried about? Our jail won't take you.
Spread your legs.
He said spread them. Fred them Jones.
Who's Joe Passarell?
That's me, officer, sir. Mr. Sir.
This is a social on that, I don't know what, for another bank. Dude's committing fraud all over.
Damn. Yeah, although he just a fraudulent guy. Jerky rooster. It's on your hat. Ew. What is that stain on your hat?
Yeah.
What'd you think? We weren't gonna figure it out?
No. I thought you was dumb.
You're dumb.
Like the other
So
one.
tell us who you are.
You have my real name.
What's your real name?
You have my real name, sir.
Tell us what your name is.
You have
No.
my name.
That is not your name.
You have my name.
Because you are not 64 years old.
And you're not 6 foot, 170 pounds.
Yeah, he about 5'5", 230.
What's my ID? Tell you I am.
All right, let's go.
Well, you never had a Colorado ID either.
You and I are gonna go sit down and approve you.
So he's got like pay, all of these people pay like thousands and thousands of dollars. Thousands of dollars. I don't know what kind of fraud he's doing. He's got bank account numbers all over the place. Checking account numbers all over the place. Dude, he's doing a fraud. He's doing a good one too.
Damn.
I see. All right.
Oh. Damn. No. No name off.
Hang on, I'll put your condom and your money back in your pocket, but you can't have your lighter.
Oh God. Homie you got a rubby. For what? What you about to do?
No drugs on you, right? No. Okay.
You don't need that in
All right, I need you
jail.
to listen to me, okay? First off, I want to know what your real name is. Stop with.
You think he finna tell you? You? Not the guy inside, but you?
You have my ID. Just tell me what your name is.
You loosen the cuffs up a little bit.
I can in a minute. Yes, I will do that. I want you to tell me
No.
what your name is.
I told you, you have my name and everything.
I don't. I have nothing in my hands other than my calendar. Okay? I want you to tell me what your name is.
You have my name in there.
I'm asking you. If you do not tell us, we can charge you with failure to disclose.
You're going to charge me with everything anyway, sir.
Well, we can at this point because you lied to
You're
us.
going to. It's
I mean, you
I've
lied to
never
us.
had good experience with police to begin with. So
Well, then why do you lie to us?
I usually, you know what? I never do.
So listen,
I
hang on, hang on,
Yeah.
nameless man. The only
Miranda's. You guys see that? What does that say? Miranda's.
nameless man in the history of time. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you in a court of law. You have the right to talk to a lawyer and have him or her present with you while you are being questioned. If you cannot afford to hire a lawyer, one will be appointed to represent you before any questioning if you wish. You can decide at any time to exercise these rights and not answer any questions or make any statements. Do you understand each of those rights, Mr. Nameless Person?
Yes.
Okay, so you want to tell
Yeah.
me why you're in here?
No.
Withdrawing money out of an account that's not yours and then giving cashier's checks out to people?
No, I don't want to say anything, sir.
You don't want to say anything?
I already told you this situation.
You
get
did?
pushed- I get
You
pushed
going
to
to
do this.
Who
jail?
pushes you to do it?
I don't know how to explain it.
Well, try. Nobody can understand unless you explain it to us.
No.
Nah, he's not budging. We'll find out his name.
All right, turn around that way. I'm gonna double cuff you. You're a big boy, Mr. Nameless. Yes, I'm going to. Hang on.
Oh,
I just said I was gonna double cuff you. All right, hang out, okay? You want the windows down?
Yeah, please.
So those were the amounts for each cashier check?
I can't breathe.
I just did a total.
Yeah, do the total, and then on another one, can you do each check for me? Hey, they got like 31,000 bucks.
Damn.
Cleaning it up so it's easier to read.
Identity, he said do identity fraud and misrep.
Okay.
And can he do the felony theft of $31,000? She?
I told you got your...
I would do the felony theft. I'd run it by the PLA.
Is that the lady officer?
I know it's hot, but I mean, we got what we got here, okay? So remember how I read you Miranda?
Yeah.
What's your cut out of all this? How much do you get?
I don't get.
So like 2 bands. Like.
I get drugs.
You get
That's what
drugs?
That's what I get.
What's
yeah.
your drug of choice?
Tweak. I was gonna say that, but I was gonna say that. You look like a tweaker.
I do. Dope, heroin.
Heroin? Okay. So you steal...
The hard shit. Of course. What happened to weed? Just weed. Like, just weed. Fucking heroin. Oh, you a thief for sure then.
all this money for heroin. How much heroin do you get?
No, listen, it's a bad situation. I know.
Are you getting a lot of heroin?
No, I don't.
Just enough to get you high?
They keep me like that.
Do they?
That's,
Okay.
that's how they force me
Okay.
to do it. That's,
Yeah, I got you.
So
Okay, look.
So you cashing the fake checks and we giving you tweak for your money for that. Them blue bins, Benjamin.
We need to be able to verify who you are or jail's gonna suck for you. Okay? If you
yeah.
have warrants, it is what it is.
Kinda
You're being
already
charged today.
does
Listen,
suck.
hear me out for a second, okay, before you talk, okay? You're being charged today, okay?
Oh.
You're getting a couple fourth degree felonies, okay? If you have warrants, we're not...
Couple of them Jones.
We're beyond that. We're not worried about that, okay? If you have warrants out of Summit County that you're worried about, you're going to Summit County, so it's
if I have warrants, they're from Texas or Pennsylvania.
for doing the same thing.
No.
Okay.
I said if I do.
What would they be for? Just dumb shit.
Well, drugs, drugs.
Yeah.
Well, you ain't going. They ain't coming to get you for drugs, man.
That's, I
So
mean,
tell
I'm
me
not
what-
worried. Like I'm.
No, tell me what your real name is.
It's Joseph.
Spell the last name.
Ooh.
The man was charged with misrepresenting identity, identity fraud, and theft.
Damn.
If you were the judge in his case, what sentence would you impose on him?
Life and a day.
Furthermore,
He stole my son's identity. Life.
if the people who orchestrated the scheme were caught, what would be your sentence for them? Also, what are your thoughts on what the man's cut was out of this $31,000 fraud? Share your
I believe him. Probably tweet. I got a lot. Never mind. Probably tweet. Definitely tweet. Damn.
thoughts below. And remember to like and subscribe for more videos.
Ooh. Look at this. Subscribe. And I like. And look at this. Ooh. Ooh. Look at that. And we are. Hello. Thanks YouTube. Thanks for watching. Thanks for coming. Thanks for the subscribers. Thanks to the subscribers. We almost there to our goal, 250. We like a little bit away, like 25 subs away from the goal, and we gonna hit it. I want to thank you guys. Thank you for everything. And just like, comment, subscribe to this channel. To this one. Peace out. And he's gonna be back.